Hey guys, we're over here at working on a Vexus VX21, and what we did is we just added a new Lowrance HDS Pro along with an Active Target 2 and an S3100 box, which is the sonar module. Okay, with that, what we did is we put both of those on the transom, and I'll show you that in a little bit. And what I also did is I'm going to highlight how I'm synchronizing all the sonar signals together, so that you're not creating extra noise on your screen. Okay, so that's basically what we're going to do. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what we did, not so much how we did it, but what we did. Okay. All right. First thing I have to do is I go into my HDS Pro after I've done the update on it. This is running the .26 update, which is the 23.3 update. Okay. So you hit the pop pages button, hit settings. Okay. So you scroll up over here to see where it says power control. This is what we want to set up. By default, power control is turned on. We want to set this up to ping sync. So we're going to do that, and then we do a save. Okay. So now what's going to happen is we're going to have ping synchronization between the Pro unit, the S3100 box, and the Active Target 2. So now everything's synchronized together. Okay. So on this unit itself, if you look at it for our sonar and our Sidescan, it has no source, but our source number is, and the reason we have no source is I don't have them turned on. So I'll show you in a moment what we did. Is on this unit, because he's not always using the Active Target in the back or Sidescan, sometimes he's just using the one on the Garmin here. We've got everything running into these accessory switches. I don't know if you can see that or not. So this accessory switch here, this one controls the Active Target, and this accessory switch here controls the S3100 box. Okay, what that does, and I'm gonna crawl down under there and show you, but basically I'm running solid state relays. This boat is set up for a separate electronics battery to the console, and then when everything is turned on, it'll be completely isolated from the boat system. Okay, so right now we'll turn those off and let me crawl underneath. So. All right. This is what it looks like on the control panel underneath. Okay, these are the solid state relays that I'm using to run the yellow wire on. If you watch the video I did on the Active Target cable preparation, you'll see how I did the yellow wires, and also this is where the blue wires are on those boxes, those modules. Okay, the yellow wire here is coming from the HDS Pro unit. The two blue wires are coming from the S3100 and the Active Target 2 module. Basically, they're set up on a sync bus. So that's what that one looks like. This is the fuse block. To power the solid state relays, what I did is I ran a 1 amp fuse over here. That fuse line or power line goes to the solid state relay. If you look at it, if I turn on one of the accessory switches, you see the LED come on. This is the accessory switch on the boat console. Okay, and you can see the red light comes on this way. The advantage of doing it this way underneath is that now if the owner has an issue with things, he can go and look under here. If the red light's on, then we know that the unit module is activated. Okay, and then so if that's an issue, the red light won't activate. So one or two things would be happening. Either you lost your boat power, or you've blown the fuse over here. The fuse panel right here has little LEDs in it that will light up if any fuse blows. So this makes it a lot more user accessible. Okay. So now that we have the module S3100 module turned on and the Active Target 2 module turned on, what we've got to do is, if we go to our sonar page, okay, we've got to make sure we set the source up to the Fish Reveal transducer. This is again the Fish Reveal Sidescan transducer. So we hit the menu button, come down to source, and you'll see there's two different ones. One says AI 3-in-1, and this 67.3.25, that's the version number of the S3100 box. There's two of these. The FR is the one that you want. We're only running one channel on the 3100 box, and that is the Fish Reveal Sidescan. And you also want to make sure that you got that set also for your Sidescan. So your Sidescan should be on the same source pattern, the Fish Reveal. Okay, again, source, it should be there. Okay, This unit, there's nothing, no sonar plugged in this unit. We've got to make sure we set it to Fish Reveal, okay? Once we've done it for side scan, down scan will be set as well, okay? So you set one here, it changes on the side scan. Okay, I'm going to show you the business end of this installation. I'm going to show you how the transducers are mounted, cables are routed, and then I'm going to show you something a little special here on this boat. So, all right, so let's start at the bottom here. I've got a transducer shield and saver mount. This mounts directly to the Atlas jack plate. Real nice, simple, clean installation. This is the Fish Reveal side scan transducer here. So the cable comes out, clamps over there. I've got the active target mounted to a what's called a stern block. Okay, this is a high density plastic, very similar to the same mounting board I use. It's made specifically for mounting on sterns of boats. So the active target is mounted on that using the transom mount from Lowrance. Okay, right now we have it set in down mode. If you want to, you can actually rotate it slightly forward to go forward and basically give a forward view as well. Okay, so coming up this mount, I put basically I took and epoxied these cable clamps onto the boat and all the way up here. But what I did is when I did these tie wraps, because the sensitivity of the active target cable, I didn't really tighten them much. So you can see they're fairly loose. It's enough to secure it in position, but not enough to compress the cable. So as we come up here, I put 3 of those mounts all the way through here to kind of route it completely out of the way. It goes underneath the jack plate cable, and then I don't know if you can see that. What I did is then I drilled a hole right next to the battery voltage because there's absolutely nothing behind there. And I use a clamshell, simple clamshell. Again, everything is set up so there's no stress, nothing going on with the cables. Because one thing I wanted to do is I actually wanted to move this clamshell back here. Problem is the jack plate already had that and there wasn't enough room to put it in that corner, so this seemed to be the best alternative. Okay. Cable routing in these boats is very critical as far as doing it right and making sure it's going to wear well and run well. So, okay. So now I want to show you something very special about the old transducer that is mounted on this boat and how not to mount things. Okay. Okay. This is the existing transducer mount. Okay. You'll see that there's extra holes here from looks like a prior mount. This is the standard stern mount transducer, transducer mount that comes with Garmin. Okay, so this is the Garmin transducer. What they did is they routed the cable up in this hole in the hull. Okay. Now I'm not sure where the origin of that, but that is clearly not how you should do it. When you have an Atlas jack plate, you really truly want to use one of these. You want to use a transducer shield and saver bracket or something else equivalent to that to mount to the jack plate. The other option you can do, as I've done in the past, I'll actually take this type of mount that's on the Garmin and drill into the what's called a skid plate. There's a hole chop plate. You drill it in that right in the middle. Much better than this cluster. Okay, what the proper fix for that, and what I would do is I would take this off of here. I get a left-hand mount or port side mount, mount it to the jack plate, just cut the cable out, get rid of all that stuff here and get it reglassed and fill the hole back in, because that's your step. That's your running step. So, okay, this is something I don't think you should do, but I see things like this all the time. Again, mount it like this on the jack plate. Much simpler. No destruction to the boat, nothing. So, all right, thank you. I appreciate you guys watching this. Please like and subscribe the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.